不 and 没 both mean not in Chinese and are used to negate a sentence. But how do we make sure to use them correctly without mistake? All you need to know are these 8 rules. 8 rules, which clearly tell you when to use either one. We're going to go from the easy rules to more advanced rules. So make sure to pay attention to not miss any important points. 好，我们开始上课。Rule number 1. For the verb 有 to have, you only can use 没有. You cannot say 不有我没有宠物 I don't have pets 我没有宠物 You cannot say 我不有宠物 So the verb 有 only works with 没有 not 不有 Okay, rule number 2. For the verb 是 to be. Now you can only use 不 You cannot use 没 You should say 不是 not 没是比如说这不是我的手机 This is not my cell phone 这不是我的手机 You only can use 不 You should say 不是 You cannot say 没是 So the verb 是 only works with 不 to negate 不是 You cannot say 没是 Okay, now rule number 3. When either followed by the verb 在 to indicate a location, 不 and 没 are exchangeable. There's no difference. For example, to say, my dad is not at home, you can say, 我爸爸不在家 or 我爸爸没在家 They're the same. So this is a situation you can use either of them, 不 or 没, when it's followed by 在 to indicate a location. Okay, now rule number 4 is getting more complicated. Both 不 and 没 can be followed by a verb, but they mean totally different things. When 不 is followed by a verb, it means a habitual activity, something you do constantly. While when 没 followed by a verb, it only means one-time action in the past. 比如说我不吸烟 We're using 不我不吸烟 I don't smoke So smoke is not my habit I'm not a smoker So here we use 不 for a habitual activity Now let's use 没 When we say 我没吸烟我没吸烟 It means I didn't smoke Maybe you smelled smoke but it was not me I was not smoking I didn't smoke So you see, when 没 is followed by a verb, it's just one-time action in the past. This is a very important difference for 不 and 没. Okay, now rule number 5 is more advanced. Attention! Many Chinese learners think that only 没 is used for past tense. Actually, both of them can be used for past tense, but there is a subtle yet very important difference. A few people know this difference. Here we go. When it's used for past tense, if we use 没, we just talk about an objective fact, while sentences with 不 implies a subjective intention. Let's see a typical example. Say your wife called you, but you didn't answer. If your wife asks you, 你为什么没接电话? We're using 没 Why didn't you answer the phone? 你为什么没接电话? So when she used 没, she's just asking about the fact. Why didn't you answer the phone? You didn't hear, or you were not with your phone, or you were sleeping. She's not assuming anything. But if she uses 不 instead, 你为什么不接电话? Now it's with 不。你为什么不接电话? Although it's also translated to why didn't you answer the phone? But now it's not just asking about the fact. Now by using 不 instead of 没, the subtext is that she thinks that you didn't answer the phone on purpose. Therefore that you saw and heard the phone ring, but you decided to not answer it for some reason. So it refers to a subjective intention, that is, the actual intent not to answer her call. So remember, when it's used for past tense, may just refers to the objective fact, while 不 implies for subjective intention. By the way, a lot of you guys asked about the advanced levels of the flashcard. After months of work, now the HSK4 and the HSK5 levels of flashcards are available too. They have same format like the HSK1 to HSK3. You can find the link of the cards in the description box. Okay, now rule number 6. 不 can be used for all tenses, the past, the present, and the future. However, may is never used for future tense. You can say, 我下周不去上海. I'm not going to Shanghai next week. But there's no way you use may in the future. We don't have example sentence with may in future tense because you never use it in that way. Okay, now rule number 7. It's about when they work with adjectives. 不 is often followed by an adjective. This is one of its main area of usage to describe a characteristic of something. For example, 他不胖. He is not fat. We are describing him. 他不胖. Another sentence, 这个苹果不红. This apple is not red. 这个苹果不红. When we use 不, we're just describing a characteristic of something. However, may is rarely followed with adjectives. In fact, it only works with a few adjectives. And when it's followed by adjective, it refers to that there is not a change or a change that you expected. Let's see example. 他没胖. It means he didn't get fat. 他没胖. It's totally different with 他不胖, which describes he is not fat. 他没胖. He didn't get fat, he didn't put on weight. There was not a change. And as example with apple, when we use may to say 这个苹果还没红. This apple is not red yet. 这个苹果还没红. Such as the apple on the tree. It didn't turn red yet. 这个苹果还没红. There isn't the change or the change you expected yet. Okay, last rule is about nouns. Strictly speaking, both of them cannot be followed by a noun. When you see may is followed by a noun, it's actually short for 没有。比如说，这个房间没空调。This room doesn't have air conditioner. Here, may is followed by a noun, 空调 air conditioner. But it's just short for the sentence, 这个房间没有空调. It's like we skipped 有. You can think of this as an exception of the main rules that both of them cannot be followed by a noun. When you see may followed by a noun, it's just short for 没有. Okay, that is the 8 rules to use 不 and may correctly without mistake. And what more confusing Chinese words you want me to explain? Leave me a message in the comment section so I can make video lessons for you guys. 好的，谢谢你收看我的视频，我们下次再见，再见。